here, buddy. What are you doing? Come here. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing, buddy? Hey, welcome back to the shop. Remy decided to join me. Today, I'm going to try something that I've never done before. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing because you read the intro or the title to the video. Today, I'm going to be trying to do something that got me into tool restoration to begin with. I'm going to try to make my own axe handle. So come with me and let's see if I can pull it off. You think I can do it, buddy? You think I can do it? I sure hope so. She's so cute. What I'm going to try to attempt is to make my own house axe. It's still getting colder by the day here in East Texas, and I want something a little bit heavier than a hatchet to make kindling with. So I thought a house axe would be really nice. And I have this Craftsman Connecticut pattern axe head that I just acquired, and I'm going to put it on a handle, make my own. I could just put it on a pre-made 19-inch handle. Two problems with that though. Because this axe head is so large, because the eye is so large, if I were to do that, it would not leave me very much room to hang it. And I wanted to try something different, and I want something more than just a 19-inch handle. So I'm going to try to make a 22.5 to 23-inch handle and see how it goes. I'm going to try to laminate the palm swells and do a custom wedge on it. So let's get started. First things first, I've made my pattern, and I need to draw it out on the wood and see if I can cut it out. All right, I'm going to trace this pattern out. Next step, I'm going to clamp it in the vise and start removing material from these sections. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to make cuts into the material to make it easier to remove it. I think I'm going to try it both ways. I'm going to start just with a draw knife and see if I can remove material easily. And if it looks like it's going to be tricky, then I'll make cuts in it. That wood is tough. Pulling my vise stand over. I wonder if I can take off a little bit. There, that's a little better. Taking off a little bit. Still got a ways to go. This hickory's no joke, man. Whew. It's going to take a little while, so let me get further along in this process, because y'all don't want to watch me do this the whole time. And I'll get back with you to show you where I'm at. Hit it with the draw knife, Then I broke out one of my grandfather's old, heavy, big rasp, cabinet maker's rasp. That left it extremely rough. And I know I'm going to have to take quite a bit more material off, but I don't want it to be rough on my hands while I'm working on it. So I just grabbed a regular file and I'm going to smooth this out with a file. Just a regular round and flat file. On this other side, I'm going to try the technique where you cut into it and then chip it out. That might go better. We'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm currently at. So I am completely confident that if I wanted to do the whole thing with the draw knife, I could have. But I am wanting to try different techniques to find out what I like best. Some people like shaping handles with card scrapers. Some use files, some use spoke shaves, but you never know what you're going to like until you try something different. So that's why I'm trying a different technique to see whether or not this works better for me. Who knows? I'm already looking forward to the next handle that I do, and I haven't even finished this one. But learning from this project will make the next one go smoother because I'll learn techniques that I liked better, and I will continue to learn with each project. I was honestly afraid to do this, but if I never tried it, I would never know whether or not I'd succeed. There it is. I am not a woodworker. I'm just a crane operator who likes learning new things and trying to make things with his hands. I've got a bandsaw over there. I've got other saws I could be using on this, but I enjoy creating with my hands. I tell people all the time, it is meditative and relaxing. Until you mess up. Hey, Remy, stop chewing on sawdust and crazy dog. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the anticipation is killing me. It's been glued up for about 19 hours. The bottle says not to put any stress on the glue joint before 24 hours, but I'm hoping that if I leave a couple of the clamps in place, it won't stress the glue joint out too much and I can start trimming some of this wood away. I said earlier when I was making the wedge for this that this Bacote was really hard and really dense. It took forever to sand it and shape that wedge, but with the rasps and files, it's not too horrible. It's actually coming along nicely. See if that trend continues. I still have a long ways to go. I could definitely still mess it up. And yes, I could use a grinder. I could use something else, but I'm going to do it all with hand tools. Kind of sticking with the gist of the channel. Showing everybody that this kind of stuff can be done without a bunch of fancy tools. Just using a really coarse rasp on here, trying to get the rough shape done, trying to get it contoured. I'm just using my imagination. I've never done this before. So I've envisioned just this big, huge honking palm swell. I don't know how that's going to translate to what I actually want, but it's all about trial and error, right? Trying to get it shaped so it's kind of swooping in. Don't know if I have the right tools for that, but I'm trying. That's going to be nice. I'm going to come in now with a smoother file, a flat and round file. After I do this, I won't even have to use sandpaper. It's so smooth afterwards. I mean, it looks almost like glass. I will actually probably come in with a coarser sandpaper so that the wood will absorb the oils that I want to put on it. I will definitely do that. I'm going to come back and hit this with like 180 grit so it'll absorb the oils. Because I've learned that if it's too smooth, it does not like to soak them up. That was so beautiful. You leave her alone. She doesn't want to play with you. You hungry, Zoe? Yeah? Okay. So again, the only reason I'm hitting this with sandpaper is because that flat and round file that I used on it, that really smooth one, left the surface so glassy smooth that I was worried that the oils that I'm going to put on here wouldn't absorb. That's the only reason I'm hitting it with sandpaper now, is to scuff it back up so that the wood fibers will absorb that oil in. Ooh, it's going to be nice. Well, here it is. Got it all shaped up. I love the way it feels. So the very last thing to do is to oil it up. I think it's amazing that this came from a chunk of wood and a desire to make something different and something cool. Let's get it oiled up. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. There it is. My first ever Connecticut pattern axe, and the first time I ever made my own handle. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm really pleased. I wish I would have done it earlier, but I was nervous and I was scared. No need to be. Get out there and try new things. And if you don't succeed, try again. Isn't that what they say? No, seriously. If you never try, you never know whether or not you can do it. And if you fail, you can learn from those failures and you try again. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all enjoyed how this turned out. I'm tickled as far as the way it looks and how it feels. I think it's just phenomenal. I'm very, very happy with it. Well, thanks for coming along with me. And until next time, get out there, save something from being forgotten, and live a big life. Remy, leave that wood alone. Don't, nope. Come here. Leave that alone. You're going to choke on it. You're going to choke on it. Give me that. Whew. Making a big old mess. Making a huge mess over here, and he's coming over and trying to eat wood shavings.